You're listening to Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12th Man Foundation. Our show provides listeners with an insider perspective of Texas A&M athletics and its greatest supporters. This podcast will bring you exclusive interviews with coaches, athletes, donors, and the dedicated staff of Aggie Athletics and the 12th Man Foundation. You ready? Let's dive into today's episode. Howdy, and welcome back to another episode of Answering the Call. This is your host, Ivy Robinson, and today I'm joined in studio by Texas A&M baseball outfielder Jace LaViolette. Jace, thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast and for being here today.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me.
Jace, if anyone looks you up on Instagram, does a quick search for Jace LaViolette, they will quickly find that your bio name is Lord Tubbington.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this name come from? Let's start there. I'm sure I have a lot of Aggie Baseball fans who are listening right now are probably rolling their eyes we already know the story to this, but I'm sure we have some listeners who don't know where that name comes from. So.
Yeah, that's a Hayden Schott thing right there. That dude he's a special cat. He's a one-of-a-kind person. And we were sitting in our living room one day, and I have no idea how it happened, but a Teletubby came up on YouTube or something. We just saw it, and he was like, dude, that kind of looks like you. And I was like, what does that even mean? No, it does not. And he was like, yeah, it does. Tubby, I like it. And so then they all started calling me Tubby, and I thought it was because I was fat. And then they said it wasn't because I was fat, which is fine. I still don't agree with them, but that's okay. And then after that, we just kind of went with Tubby for a little bit, and then somebody said Lord Tubbington from the cat from Glee. And then we just kind of went with it, and I was like, you think I should just put this on my Instagram, just to have fun with it? And then it stuck for some weird reason, it's full, and I don't know, I kind of like it now.
When did it originally, was that your freshman year?
That was last year, sophomore.
Just last year.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Lord Tubbington, what a story right there. Jace, do you have a hidden talent or hobby outside of baseball, or just a unique fact that you think not many people know?
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I love to talk. I don't know if that's unique, but I'm kidding. No, I actually don't really have a unique fact. I guess I was pretty good at rainbow loom back in the day. For any of y'all that don't know what that is, you make bracelets. I used to do them with my toes. If that's that, you know what? That's pretty unique. I don't know many people could do that. So
what? Okay,
yeah, I'm kind of throwing myself out there right now, but that's fine.
I want to do a quick YouTube search and look. What is this called again?
Rainbow loom.
Rainbow loom. I'm looking this up.
You literally make a bracelet. But I used to be able to do it with my toes, so I thought I was pretty cool for that. But
interesting. Okay. Well, very fun fact. Jace, what do you enjoy doing in your free time? When you're not practicing or at a game? Who is Jace in his free time?
I like to hunt, fish, be outdoors, but that might all change. I just got the virtual reality headset. Let me tell you, if you're going to do it, I'd spend maybe 20 minutes on there the first day I got off, and I was all nauseous and my head hurt. So honestly, I don't know what's in store for the future with that. If my head continues to hurt, I might try and go give it back. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
It felt terrible, but you know what? We'll see. Hopefully my motion sickness. It's almost what are those pills called that you take before you go offshore fishing?
Dramamine.
I might need to take one of those today to get on that thing. It literally feels like I'm rocking in a boat. It's horrible,
That's
but
crazy.
I love it. It's so cool. You can have YouTube, Instagram, iMessage. There's many different, and you can grab it and move it. I don't know.
Wow.
It's actually really cool. But yeah, I'd say that maybe I might start going hunting in the metaverse. Well, that's what it's called. Yep.
Metaverse.
Sound like a total dork right now, but that's fine.
That's awesome.
So we'll see.
All right, Jace, I know you're from Katy, Texas. Tell us what it was like growing up there, and can you share a favorite childhood memory?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some people that'll be in my life for the rest of my life. Some of my best friends live back home. It was enjoyable. It was a great place to grow up. It was a great place to live. My mom moved I guess my whole family did. Me, my grandma, grandpa, brother, and mom moved from Louisiana to Cypress, and then Cypress to Katy. And I couldn't have asked anywhere better to grow up and spend my time. And honestly, this sounds so weird. I don't really have a favorite childhood memory. I feel like I lived a pretty good childhood to where I have a lot of memories from back then. So I don't know. I'd probably honestly say this didn't even happen in Katy, but whenever I shot my first deer, I think that's something that I won't ever forget.
So you're originally from Louisiana.
Born in Pensacola, Florida, but
Oh,
moved
okay.
to Louisiana literally when I was like 2 days old. So
Tell me about your family, like siblings, parents.
yeah, my dad lives in Oberlin, Louisiana now with my stepmom and 4 brothers over there, 4 younger brothers. And then I I have one older brother that lives with my mom still. So,
Nice.
big family over there.
How were you first introduced to the game of baseball?
Yeah, my mom gave me an ultimatum. It was like, "Hey, you want to play baseball or do you want to do Boy Scouts?" And I was like, "Well," in the moment I was like, "Dude, Boy Scouts are awesome." But I think I chose the right path, I hope. So I obviously chose to play baseball, and I fell in love with it at a really, really young age, and it's been a lot of fun.
Do you remember how old you were when you first started playing?
I'll T-ball, whatever, 4 or 5,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. I think I've always had a ball in my hand, though. Like, there's pictures of me when I was a little kid with a baseball just in both my hands, just me holding it. So I think I've always loved it.
Is there anything about the game that captivated you as a young kid?
Yeah, I think it just allowed me to be myself. Like, it allowed me to talk as much as I wanted so my mom didn't get annoyed with me. Kind of just let me be who I am. It let me have fun. It's like a getaway, right? You start playing and there's nothing else. Like, even now, I walk into that field and it's like, whatever's going on in your life, it doesn't matter. Like, now you get to go have fun. Like, it's not a job, it's not a chore, it's nothing like that. It's you literally walk in and, okay, now I get to go enjoy myself. I get to forget about everything else going on and
Mm.
just, it's like a getaway thing. So it's been a lot of fun and been helpful for me.
Yeah. Do you have any family members that played college or professional sports?
Yes, ma'am. My mom was gonna play college tennis, but she got pregnant with my brother. And then my dad played college football at McNeese, and then went to play semi-pro football in Louisiana.
Okay, yeah. So did you grow up hearing stories about their athletic
Yeah,
careers and that kind of
it
like
was more
shape your
about how like
influence?
they would always say like how bad the other was at their respected sport, which is fine. I do the same thing now. I don't know who to believe, but yeah, I think that they were both pretty good at their respected sport though.
Did you ever play football?
I wanted to, my mom wouldn't let me. My dad blew out both of his knees, so she
Yeah.
didn't want that.
Hmm. Going back to high school, and Katie, tell me about your high school experience, what you did in high school. Was baseball kind of the main focus?
Yeah, I was gonna play basketball my freshman year. It was way too much running for me, and so then I quit. Well, I didn't quit. That sounds terrible. I didn't quit. I stopped playing. That sounds a little bit better. Interpret that however you
That's
like.
right, yeah.
And then I just kind of put all my focus into baseball. I knew I kind of wanted to play this game for as long as I could, and that was something that I wanted to try and go and achieve. And I thought, what better way than putting all my focus and everything into it. So
Can you pinpoint the moment you first realized that playing college baseball was a realistic goal for you?
honestly, not really. I still don't find it like it's still like I don't know. I don't look at it as like that it was necessarily a goal or like it was like a thing I had to do, right? Like it was more like, okay, like I really love this game. I really love playing baseball, right? And so no matter where I end up, I want to keep doing it. And then I got the opportunity to come to Texas A&M, the best school in the nation, and play baseball here, and I'm forever grateful for that too. So it was not really like one moment in time. It's still to this day you can't really look at it like that in my point
Hmm.
of view.
Let's talk about that. Texas A&M and the recruiting process for you. What stood out to you about Texas A&M? Did you know a lot about the university coming in? Were you influenced by people in your inner circle to come here, or what was that
Yeah.
like?
It was definitely different than what I think most people think it was. I was committed to LSU at the age of 14 to like my junior year of high school. So, pretty long time, and I never once talked to A&M before Coach Slosh and Kane and all them got here. And the whole coaching change at LSU happened. Kane came here, and I don't know why all that happened. I don't know how it decided that he came here, but I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me was that I was able to now get recruited by Texas A&M and M and that coaching staff, and it was like an immediate. I walked on campus and it was like, all right, this is my home. This is where I want to be. This feels right, and so it was pretty cool. And I haven't looked back ever since. And every day, the love for this school, the love for the university, the love for the people love us more than I could even imagine. It just keeps growing and growing every single day.
Yeah, that support and the camaraderie here is just phenomenal. Tell us, Jace, about your academics here at Texas A&M and what you're studying.
Yeah, I'm studying agricultural leadership. I wasn't the best student in high school, and I certainly honestly didn't like school at all. But came to college, and now I actually like to study. I actually like to go to class. I actually like to try and put the work in to get good grades. I don't know. I think that my freshman year I got installed a different mindset of like if you're gonna do something, like why not do it to your best of ability? No matter if your best ability is a C. If that's what your best is, then get a C because that means you're trying your hardest. Now if it's a B, get a B. If it's an A, get an A. If you fall anything short than that, then you're just not trying. And so that kind of helped me out a lot too. Like I was like, yeah, like why would I want to come in here and not try and do well, right? And
Mhm.
so I kind of learned that mindset and just stuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, something that I've always thought and something that my parents taught me growing up was you can only do your very best.
Right.
Like, and if you're doing your absolute best, if you're going 100%, you gave it your all, and that might fall a little short compared to other people. I mean,
No, hundred
at least you
percent.
gave your best, right?
Exactly, and
Right?
that's all. I think that's all that people want out of you. They're not asking you to get straight A's, like unless you can do that. But
hmm
I think as long as you try your best, I think people will be pretty satisfied.
So, Jace, 12 Man Foundation donor contributions help fund and provide resources and facilities like the brand new Adam Season Academic and Wellness Center, where
Hmm.
there's the Clark Nutrition Center, and study rooms and resources that student athletes can utilize. Have you been in that facility yet, Jason?
Yes,
Tell us your
ma'am.
perspective of it.
It's unbelievable. I think that it gives you so much more room to succeed. Like staying on the topic of academics here with that building, I think that you have so much resources and so many opportunities and so many different ways to succeed in the classroom and so many helpful resources. And then at the same time, you walk in and I think you can get some of the best breakfast, lunch, and dinner that you can find around town. It's unbelievable. The food is delicious. We're forever blessed to have donors that want to donate and want to make things better and want to help us out. It's truly unbelievable, and we're forever blessed.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, I want to change the topic to Coach Early. I remember seeing a video of you telling local media that when Coach Michael Early was officially announced as head coach, you got emotional and it even brought you to tears when you heard the news. What do you think it is about his leadership that makes him extremely unique, and
Hmm.
how has his leadership changed your approach to the game of baseball?
Yeah, I don't necessarily look at head coaches and just see how they coach, and that's how I base if I like them or not necessarily. I kind of look a lot deeper. I think that just because you have a job and just because of what you do, that's not who you are, right? I think that he's an amazing father, an amazing husband. I look for things like that because I think that matters. I think that shows you the true character of people. I think that's the easiest way you can tell the character of somebody is looking how they are with their kids. And he's unbelievable. He's every day he's helping his son after we're done hitting. He's like, all right, you want to go hit? Like you want to go throw? It's 6 o'clock at night, and he's been there since 7:30 in the morning, right? And it's one of the cooler dynamics I've ever seen a head coach have with his players. He truly cares for every single person on the team. He truly wants everybody to succeed. He wants to give everybody the same opportunities, which is hard because you can't. But he's trying to find his best possible way, right? He's truly one of the best hitting coaches I've ever seen work. I sometimes enjoy just sitting there and watching him do things with other people because I think that the best way you can learn also is watching other people. It's a pretty cool thing to watch.
Tell us about any positive changes you've seen him bring in
Yeah,
and instill in the program.
there's a lot. There's a lot of positive changes, but they're small, if that makes sense. I think we all agree. I think that the coach that was here before ran things at an elite level and helped this program get to places that it had never been. And if there's receipts that work, why change, right? Now you put your own spin on some things that he has done. It's like, as I said earlier, like trying to be as positive as possible. Just mindset things have been a big part of why I think we can do what we want to do, and it's instilled from the top down, right? But at the same time, we want to be player led, coach fed.
So you would say he's put an emphasis on the mental
Yeah,
preparation, kind of the
100%.
positivity, getting right in the mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So many of y'all from the 2024 team returned
Hmm.
for this season to play one more year and represent this university. I'm sure the memories and relationships you have with your teammates are just priceless and indescribable. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I'll have people that are from that team that are gonna be in my wedding and
Mhm.
this one. Like, it truly is special. There's something special about not even playing for everybody else around you, because I think that's a given, but playing for this university and trying to do something really, really cool for this university. I think that there's something really special about that, and you get a feeling and you have something more than just baseball, if that makes sense. Like, there's something that you want to accomplish, and there's an end goal, which there always is in sports.
Ryan Prager, he mentioned in his podcast episode that a lot of the transfers and the freshmen that came in this year really bought in and, in his opinion, mesh well with the guys that are
Yeah.
returning.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to buy into a culture and buy into beliefs that the guys that were there before you and are still there have whenever every single one of them have bought in, right? I think that them coming in, seeing how we work, how we want to do things, how we get things done, just our culture, and it never change. Like, if you have culture, right, and somebody sees your culture, but it's constantly fluctuating and constantly changing, then people are like, all right, like what do we stand for? Like, who are we? What do we believe in? But we've had something for honestly the past 2 years that I've been here that it's been all right. This is what we have, and let's go. And so I think it's really easy to buy into a culture that is so set in stone and so just right there in front of you. All you have to do is just, all right, I'll jump on board.
And what do you think has maintained that foundation of culture over the past 2 years?
These guys, I'd say the team that we have, the team that honestly I wouldn't want to play for anybody else. I wouldn't want to be on the field with. I don't even know how many people we have on the team, but what is it, 42? I wouldn't want to be on the field with any other people on this planet. I truly believe that it's that much fun. We all love this university that much that it's special.
Speaking of special, the game day environment at Blue Ball Park,
Mm.
we both know is second to none. In your own words, when you're playing on the field, how does that atmosphere make you feel at Blue Ball Park when you're surrounded by the
Yeah.
12th man?
Yeah, I used to not be a big emotional person. Like, I would just play, and I wouldn't show much emotion on the field, and all of a sudden you start playing in front of 9, 10,000 rowdy people. All of a sudden you start showing a little bit more emotion. And I remember one game, a sold out crowd. I think it was Vandy last year, and I don't remember what I did. All I remember is my mom was like, "Dang, I've never seen you show that much emotion." I was like, "Yeah, I blacked out. Like, I don't even remember." And it truly is special. Like, I think that goes to show you, like, it almost felt like Omaha was easier to play in than Bluebell, even for myself.
Wow.
Weirdly
Mhm.
enough, it gets so loud and it is so much fun. Like, I think I'm more tired mentally after a game at Bluebell than I was in Omaha, just mainly because of my adrenaline rushes that it just wouldn't leave my body. It is
Mhm.
that much fun. It's that surreal. There's people that just love you, that just want you to succeed. It really is second to none. I think you said it perfect. I don't even think I need to elaborate just because you said it. There is no better. If you want the best, you come here.
Do you have any pregame routines that you have to do before every game?
So I kind of threw those out last year. I think that yes, we play one of the most superstitious sports, but at the same time, why be superstitious? It doesn't do anything for you. Literally, it does nothing. It's all a superstition. I don't even know how to explain that any more than what that is. So I kind of threw those all out last year. And was like, you know what? Like, this is so dumb. Like, because my freshman year, I used to wear. It was so gross. It would get hot, and I would still wear my BP top. I'd hit BP in my BP top, come back in, take it off. It's sweatier than it started out maroon and then it turned to like dark purple. It was gross, and I'd put that back on to play, and it smelled terrible. It was wet. It was disgusting, and like, but I had to do it. I thought that it was making me better. No, it was not, and now I realize that. But I guess we had one every home game. We'd before we'd go out, we'd sit down and listen to Cody Johnson acoustic as loud as it could go every game, which I mean I enjoy. I don't know how many people like country music like that, but
I
we
love
we
Cody
all enjoyed it.
Johnson. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I saw him at the rodeo.
Oh,
Was
he's
that
so
last
good.
year?
I think that was your
Or year
freshman year.
before? Yeah, 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah. So good.
He is unbelievable. I love him too.
What song did y'all listen to?
Traveling Soldier, the acoustic. It's oh my gosh, so beautiful. We all thought we sounded better singing to the acoustic version than the actual studio recordings. I don't know what that means, but
That's pretty good. So, Jay, so far in your Aggie career, what's been your most memorable game or play?
I think I'd be foolish if I didn't go with last year Omaha, robbing that home run and against Florida. That was a special feeling for me. That was unbelievable.
Incredible, incredible moment for sure. I also want to bring up the topic really quick about name, image, and likeness in the world of college sports today. NIL, as we both know, is prevalent throughout collegiate athletics industry, and it's definitely here to stay. Can you share how the ability to profit off of your name, image, and likeness has impacted you personally and how it's benefited your student athlete experience?
Yeah, I also first want to start off and just say thank you to everybody who donates and thank you to everybody who makes it possible for this amazing school to be able to have resources and do things like this. I think that we are in the golden age of college sports. I think we're in the golden age of people wanting to come to school. And I hope it's not for money. Yes, name, image, and likeness is amazing, but more of the fact I love this school and I love being here. Now that's just a plus. That's an amazing blessing that I get to be blessed with every day just because I came to the best university in the nation. It truly is unbelievable what it's done for me and how it's put me in positions that I never thought I'd be in. It's helped me. Honestly, I've talked to people I never thought I'd talk to just because of what it is, right? And so it really is a blessing, and I'm forever grateful. And I hope that everybody who gets to come in and do the same thing that I am getting to do, I hope they feel the same way because it truly is a once in a lifetime blessing.
You mentioned that you've gotten to speak with people you never thought you would be able to speak to.
Hmm.
And that was kind of one of my questions is, do you think NIL is presenting opportunities for you to benefit beyond financial gain?
Yeah, I truly do. I also think it's all how you look at it. Now, if you want to look at it and let it just be what it is, then that's it's all up to you, right? Which is a blessing in its own too, because I think that everybody has different personalities. I think people live differently than other people, and it also, if you want to go out and you want to meet new people, and you want to expand into different worlds, then you can also do that because of it. And I also think you can do that a lot has to do with the 12th Man Foundation too. Like whenever you go and have dinners with them, whenever you go and have social gatherings with the 12th Man Foundation donors, yeah, I don't know if I'd ever have met any of these people if I didn't go to those things, right? Somehow also got to talk to President Welsh. That was unbelievable. That was a lot of fun. I didn't ever think I'd be doing that, right? So it's a pretty special thing.
What do you think you've learned about branding yourself as a student athlete through these NIL deals and opportunities?
Yeah, I'd say just be yourself. We're in college, and I know everybody has different goals, and I know everybody has different aspirations for life. But at the same time, I think that my aspiration and my stuff is not to make as much money as I can in college. It's just enjoy it. Don't put pressure on yourself to go out and get every single deal possible, right? Like, I think that there's a time and a place to do that, and I think that there's a time and a place not to. But it's it's definitely special now.
And it just brings up a good point, and I'll just let our listeners know about this a little bit in terms of NIL and marketing opportunities for student athletes. But in the 2023-24 fiscal year, the 12 Band Foundation invested more than $4 million in external marketing, such as strategic advertising and sponsorship agreements that create valuable opportunities for Aggie student athletes to leverage their NIL and advance our organization's mission. And so, a prime example of this is you're getting to utilize your NIL to make an appearance on this podcast today.
Right.
And so, I echo your gratitude. We're so thankful for those who contribute and donate to impact NIL marketing opportunities at Texas A&M, whether
Hmm.
it's through the Tolpan Foundation Annual Fund, which now benefits marketing opportunities, or whether it's through Texas Aggies United. So we thank you
Yes.
for that support. And speaking of support, playing for Texas A&M, Jace, staying on this topic of our awesome fans here at Texas A&M, they have a fierce loyalty for
Hmm.
our student athletes. If you could say something directly to our donors and season ticket holders who are listening right now, how would you describe your level of gratitude for their support?
I think that I can just do one that's short and sweet here because I think I say it a lot, and I truly mean I just want to say thank you for making this the best university in the nation. There's no other place to be. I think that if I were to say anything else, I'd be wrong. and I don't think I need to elaborate on that anymore because that's true. I think that they make this place the best university in the nation. And I said it earlier in one of my other things, if you want to be great, you want to be an Aggie. And I truly mean that.
What are your future goals, both on and off the field, as you look to the future?
You know, I don't know, which I'm super glad about. I try and live day by day. One of the best quotes I ever heard in my life was, "You live in the past, it causes depression. You live in the future, it causes anxiety. So why not live where your feet are?" And I think that resonates really, really hard with me every day. Like, why am I worried about tomorrow or 10 years down the road whenever I'm still living today? And so that's what I try and live by. And I think I do a pretty good job. So I'm truthful when I say I really have no idea. It could look a lot different than what I think it could, or it could look how I want it to. But at the same time, I don't really want to worry about it because it's a long ways away.
Yeah, I mean, what you said there reminds me of something I've heard before. It's like right now, the present moment is a gift.
Yeah.
And that is why it's called the present.
Exactly.
It's a gift.
No, it is. Yeah. It really is. I like that a lot too.
Yeah.
I might steal that from you.
All right. And Jace, finally, to wrap up today, what makes you proud to wear the maroon and white, to be an Aggie, and represent Texas A&M University?
The receipts of how good this university is. It's truly an honor. There was one greater honor than putting on the Texas A&M jersey every day, and that was wearing the USA jersey. That's the only thing that's top, putting on the Texas A&M jersey. And I hope people understand as to why that is a little bit more of a thing for me. But I don't know. This university's put me into places, and this university has helped me do things within the game, within life, within just everything that I never thought it would do, honestly. I didn't know much about Texas A&M coming in. I didn't know what was in store for me and what was going to happen once I got here. But it literally, as soon as I got here, it was like I was a part of a 70,000 people family. It was everybody wanted to just be nice to you and just get to know you. It's certainly different than anywhere else on the planet, and it's truly special. It's truly one of a kind. It's truly the best.
Jace LaViolette on Answering the Call podcast. Jace, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Gig 'em.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12 Man Foundation. A special shout out to our incredible podcast producer, Megan Hoffman, and to 12 Man Productions for their generous use of the studio. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to every donor and every season ticket holder for always answering the call through loyal support of Texas A&M athletics and our student athletes. We will be back soon with more content. Thanks and gig 'em.